Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about how I take care of my flute, and these are the basic steps that I follow in order to keep my flutes in nice working condition. And the first thing that I want to talk about is keeping foreign objects out of the back chamber that's in your flute. And how I do this is I have a rule that I won't play my flute right after I eat, and this is to keep food chunks from going into the back part of this. Because if that happens, it's going to start stinking, smelling. You're not going to want to play your flute. Your significant other isn't going to want to kiss you because you're probably going to smell like nasty if you start playing it. And it's not going to be fun for everybody. And another rule that I have is if I do have to play my flute after I eat, is I'll floss my teeth, brush, rinse my mouth out, whatever I need to in order to make sure that I keep food chunks from going from my mouth into the flute, and those have worked really well for me. The second step that I like to do in order to take care of my flute and make sure that it stays nice is I like to get all the moisture out of it. And the problem with moisture is your spit, like it's not 100% water, has other things in it, and it can grow mold on it if it just sits in your flute. I've seen a lot of people's flutes start to grow fungus. It's pretty gross. It's really hard to refinish it, and it's just not a situation that you want to get yourself into. And so to avoid that, I like to take off the totem. And some of your guys' flutes, some makers glue the totems on, but this is the big reason why I never glue my totems on, is to make sure that it's removable, and so the moisture can get out of it. And so I take off the totem. I let the totem air dry too because it can get moisture under here. And so I'll just set it aside, and then I like to shake my flute out, especially if I've been playing for a long time. And so in order to do that, you can shake it like this, you can like fling it like this, and you're gonna hear spit come out of it. So make sure you're in an area where you're okay. If spit gets on things, it sounds super nasty, but it is what it is. And also, after I shake it out for, a good 30 seconds, I'll put it somewhere and just let it air out and sit for a few hours just to make sure that any moisture that's in this flute comes out. And going back to shaking it, make sure that there's no hard objects that you could potentially hit your flute on, and your flute will break. I've seen it happen before, and it's really sad. And also make sure that there's no people around you. You definitely don't want to hit people. That'd be a bad situation, especially if you've been asked to play for someone. So yeah, make sure that there's no hard objects, no people. Fling it out, get all the moisture out, and then put your flute up to dry. And that's that step. Okay, step 3 for taking care of your flute is after you've put it somewhere, let it air dry out, shaking it, let it sit for a few hours, you're going to want to put it in a case and keep it out of reach of kids or other people that could maybe bump it off of something. So make sure you put it in a safe spot. And so the case that I use is this one right here. I made this one out of leather, and I know a lot of people probably don't have access to leather to make a case out of. And so another thing that I'll do with my other flutes is I'll wrap them up in a shirt, or I'll put them in like a pillowcase. I'll do anything just to give them a nice layer of protection. And if you do put them in a shirt, make sure that you fold the ends over and tie it up with something, because someone might think that it's just a piece of laundry lying around. They could grab it and your flute could fall out and break. Yeah, so make sure that you tie it up, and just make sure that you have it in a case. And those are my 3 steps for how I take care of my flutes. Thanks for watching. If you guys have suggestions on how to take care of a Native American flute, definitely leave them in the comments below. And also, if there's videos that you would like me to make on just topics about Native American flutes, I've been doing this most of my life, and there's really not that much information out there. So I'd be really happy to share anything that I know with you guys. So yeah, good luck with your Native American flute playing. I hope that these have been helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.